the chairman of this great occasion, and elder statesman Professor Sani Abubakar Lubia, the representative of the Commissioner of Police and the Controller General of Customs, other government appointees, the National President of NUJ, Chief Dr. Chris Isubu, and other national executives of NUJ, the Chairman of the State Chapter of Nigerian Union of Journalists, Tukur Hassan Ali, DG Media, distinguished scholars, our royal fathers, Sarki Musa Kazana and Kawan Kazana, gentlemen of the press, good afternoon and assalamu alaikum. It is my pleasure to be with you at this very, very important event where we are celebrating 37 years of our state. Indeed, Kaduna State, over the last 37 years, has done very well due to the contributions of everyone and every notable citizens of Kaduna State, ranging from our leaders, members of the academia, the security chiefs, those in charge of administration, judiciary, and other related areas that has contributed in achieving what we have achieved so far. It is important in a situation like this to review the past, to also review our current situation, and also determine where we should be. A famous artist, Fela Anikulapo Kuti, once said to one of his sons that you cannot know where you are going until you know where you are coming from. So for Kaduna State, we have been endowed with great leaders that have managed the affairs of this country and has shown leadership and mentorship. And that's why successfully we have had leaders, particularly from 1999 to date, that have shown leadership and demonstrated capacity in terms of performance. One of the things that we must have to commend our leaders for is that within the last 25 years, precisely 1999 to date, we have never had salary arrears or pension arrears in Kaduna State from both state and local governments, respectively. And this is something that we should commend our leaders for. The current administration of Dikko Umar Radda, PhD CON, came with a program of building your future. And this is a plan that is meant to develop the state. We have looked at all areas that are key to the development of the state, ranging from security, the economy, and all other human endeavors. Within a period of 1 year, we have pursued with vigor this our program, and we have recorded some achievements that are ongoing because we have a 4-year mandate. But I must confess that the current administration of Dikko Umar Radda is visible across the 34 local government areas of the state. Let me start with an issue of empowerment, job creation, and building the economic status of our people. It is a record that this government made a workforce, particularly the state workforce. When we came in 2023, the total number of civil servants in Kaduna State and all the political appointees that we have on the payroll of government are not more than 22,000 people. The local government, collectively the 34, have not more than 23,000. And the primary school teachers, collectively they are not more than 25,000. The pensioners for Kaduna State were 9,817 at the time we came into office. So when you add up all these numbers, you realize that less than 80,000 are on payroll and on pension arrangement from the state side. I'm not so, particularly in a position to say the number of pensioners under the local government system. However, during the period of 1 year that this administration spent in office, we were able to create jobs and put a number of people on payroll. One of the first things that we have done was to recruit teachers, 7,325, and we sent them to secondary and primary schools. This has never been done by any subnational government in the history of this country. Apart from that, we have also looked at the area of security. There are some gaps that we felt as a government we should fill. That's why we came up with the Community Watch Corps initiative. In the front line local government, 8 of them, we recruited and trained and equipped 1,466 personnel, which have resulted in the decline of attacks, kidnapping for ransom, and other banditry activities that have been ravaging the state. At the time we took over, we have about 24 local governments in the state that are constantly under siege and being attacked and people being kidnapped. Now the story is very, very promising. Serious decline in the rate of attacks, and the only challenge that we have is the kidnapping for ransom now. Apart from that, we realize the need for us to engage our ulamas and ensure that we support them because they are also part of leadership of the society. We have identified 2,515 Jumaat mosques in Kaduna State. We decided to enroll 3 people from each mosque, the Imam, the Naibi, and the Ladan, totaling 7,545 that are on monthly allowances as we speak. The traditional institutions is not left behind. We realize the need to support the ward heads who are supporting the entire system by providing intelligence and other things that is needed for leadership. Today, as we speak, we have 6,652 ward heads that are on the payroll of various local governments across the state. We also have another layer, which we call the Security Committee Initiative. Under this arrangement, we have 27 members in each of the 361 wards in Kaduna State. And we also have 27 in each of the 34 local governments in the state. If you add up this number, we have decided to enroll 10,665 people on payroll that are monthly allowances. So when you add up all these numbers, of course we are still counting, but the record shows clearly that we have brought 33,653 people on board, either on salary or as enjoying monthly allowances. This is highly commendable for a government that has made people on payroll of less than 80,000, and now within a period of 1 year, we have enrolled over 33,000. On the issue of health care, we have looked at the shortage of manpower in health care, not only doctors, even the other paramedical staff. We realized the need to come up with a retention strategy. As we speak today, our doctors earn more than any other medical doctor in the entire North, and this was attested by the president of the Medical Association of Nigeria when they came and paid a courtesy call to the government. In addition to that, we realized the need to inject more manpower into the health sector, and we decided that we should train doctors, and these doctors, we realized that the number we wanted to train. No public or private medical institution in Nigeria can give us that space. And therefore, the resolve to send them to Egypt. As we speak, we have 41 number students studying MBBS in Egypt. Each local government has a representation, minimum of 1. Others have 2, and Katsina has 3. Daura has 2, Funtua has 2, Charanchi has 2, Mani has 2, Ankara 2, and then Katsina. When you add up with the other ones that have 1 each, you have 41 of them, and the entire 41 are product of public schools. No politician or any public figure in the state was given an opportunity to present a candidate. The candidate was screened from public schools who have met all the university requirements, and a computer-based test was conducted by Umaru Musa Yar'Adua University, and the best student from each local government who has met the university requirement was given the chance. And these people were 100% scholarship. No parent contributed a dime. And as I speak, we have paid their fees, everything including their utilities, for 2 years. And we have made arrangements with the university and deposited some money, and each one of them is being paid $150 monthly on the 20th of every month. In addition to these ones, we also decided to send 68 students to China to study biotechnology and artificial intelligence. From each of the local government, we have 1 candidate for biotechnology and 1 candidate for artificial intelligence. The team that escorted them to China came back this week, and they have all registered, and they are also on full scholarship. And therefore, now we have 109 students that are undergoing 3 courses in foreign universities, and will continue to do more. When you look at other things that we did in the health sector, today as we speak, we have a kidney center that is equipped with the modern facilities worldwide. This is situated at Ahmadu Yimi General Hospital, Katsina. A 16-bed capacity that has the state-of-the-art, the latest facility that you can boast of having in the world. In addition to that, we are constructing an emerging center because most of our our problems in the health sector now has to do with establishing the state by way of our investigation. And therefore, we decided that we should have a center that we call an emerging center, which will have all the machines that are required to determine or diagnose any illness anybody has who has the need to go to the hospital. So in essence, we want to make Katsina a health tourist destination. We are also upgrading our health facilities in the 34 local government areas. We have the highest number of health facilities across the country. No state has up to what we have. We have about 1,700 health facilities in Kaduna State. And therefore, we decided that we have to make some of them functional. By functionality means 24-hour service delivery in those facilities. We have awarded contracts under this administration for upgrading to a functional facility of 103 health facilities across the 34 local government, with each local government having 3. And by maybe before the end of this year, we will continue to do more, because we want to ensure that before we leave office, that in all the 365 wards that we have in the state, we have a functional healthcare facility, well equipped, well resourced. With the withdrawal of subsidy, of course, we cannot deny the fact that the revenues accruing to the federation, the subnational and the local government has increased. Katsina can get up to about 9 billion monthly. But yes, When you look at our payroll structure today, our salaries for all the group of persons that are on payroll, either as salary or allowances or as pension, from all the three tax, state, local government, and the LGAs, we are paying over 9 billion naira monthly as salary and allowances across the state. Despite that, we are still visible in all the local government areas of the state. We have just recently conducted a town hall meeting in 3 senatorial zones of the state, where in Funtua, Daura, and Katsina. What we told the people at that gathering is that out of the 361 wards that we have in Katsina state, the present administration of Duko Omar Radda has executed projects in 272 wards across the state. We have only 89 wards that have not been there, but will be there before we celebrate our 2 years in office. And in terms of equity and justice, we realize that after taking stock, out of the 89 wards that were not executed any projects, most of them are security from the areas, hard reach, but all the same, Funtua zone did not enjoy the wards in Funtua zone. Only 26 wards in Funtua zone did not enjoy any project, and 27 in the Daura zone and 28 in Katsina zone. So look at the distribution, how equitable is the allocation of the resources to challenging the needs of our people. 89, 26 from Funtua zone, 27 from Daura zone, and 28 from Katsina. And I tell you, before we celebrate our second year in office, we will make sure that we are in all the 360 wards. There are other things that we need to appreciate our people for. We have produced leaders that are courageous, that they very much care about their integrity. And this is a legacy that some of them left behind, and I believe some of them are still with us. Because of the realization of the fact that we need to be corrupt-free and be very, very transparent, this government set up an anti-corruption commission. And we therefore allow anybody who has any issue with the way and the finances of this state is being handled. And if you feel so aggrieved and you have record to show that resources are being mismanaged, you are at liberty to challenge your grievances to that commission. And I tell you, this is something we learned from our predecessors, leaders who have been transparent in all their dealings when it comes to public issues. Here, apart from those that we need to celebrate, among those distinguished personalities that led the country and put Katsina on a proper perspective in terms of leadership, time will not warrant me to mention all of them. But you know, from the military to the political area, we have tremendous number of them who have contributed in one way or the other to making Katsina great. Today, we have one of them in our midst, the chairman of this great occasion, Professor Sani Abubakar Lugga. It is a record that this gentleman resigned from his office as a commissioner in this state on the basis of morality, because he never wanted to compromise his integrity. In addition to that, on the field of scholarship, a lot of people have done very, very excellently well. Today, to the credit of some of these people, we have in Katsina State 3 federal universities. And I challenge anyone here to tell us any state that has more than 3. And the 3 universities, we have the Federal University of Dusima, Federal University of Technology Daura, and Federal Medical University of Funtua. This is the product of collaboration between our leaders and our leaders to make sure that this thing happens. Because the Federal Medical University that we have in Funtua, we have only 6 in the country. And we have to struggle to ensure that we get one, and it's situated in Funtua to balance, in terms of balance, so that we can have it in all the 3 senatorial zones of the state. We have, in addition to that, a federal polytechnic and a federal college of education, which I believe there are states in this country that doesn't have either a federal polytechnic or a federal college of education. We also have a private university, the first Islamic university in the north or even in the country. I stand to be corrected. But the promoters and the one who championed this cause is also here with us, Professor Saleh Abubakar. So a lot of people have done excellently well in every space of human endeavor. And I think it is time to reflect and take stock of whatever that is done. I quite appreciate the speech of the NEJ president. Where there are no issues, there will be no need for leadership. Leaders are there to solve people's problems. The world has never known peace. It is only the courage and the effort of our leaders over time that the society becomes stable and peaceful. And therefore, that is why this administration of Dukko Umar Radda is placing so much emphasis on the issue of security. We quite understood that it is the role of the federal government to provide that to our citizens, as mentioned by the chairman of this occasion. But all the same, we saw to our people that part of what we want to do is to secure the state and ensure that things are done in a much, much peaceful atmosphere. And that's why today we are committing a lot of resources in terms of security. We have spent not less than 30 billion in security. Funds that ordinarily should be channeled towards infrastructural development of the state, if there wouldn't be need for that. But we're not regretting. We are grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for, just by putting our effort, He's making it easier for us to be where we are today. So, there was a question that was raised by the last discussant from the Bala Usman Foundation. He kept asking why certain things are not done. The answer is very simple. It's attitude of our people. It's not that our leaders are not determined, are not courageous to take decisions, and we have the manpower that is required to implement every decision in Kaduna State. But the attitude of our people, and this is why I want to join the journalists, to ensure that we keep sensitizing our people. In 1 year, we have done so much in terms of women empowerment by providing necessary support to entrepreneurs. We have given out power tillers in areas that are affected by banditry while the cattle was stolen. But here we are. It's the time when you are distributing these machines. Someone is outside there buying it and transporting it to another state. The Shema administration in 2011 procured 340 tractors and distributed them 10 per each local government. And I challenge anyone to show me any tractor that is still in this state out of 340. But I can boast of saying, I have a vehicle in my house that I bought 12 years ago, brand new Prado, is still in my house. I'm still using it. But these equipment are agricultural equipment that we should be able to take advantage of having them around, being an agrarian state. But our people, the beneficiaries, are busy selling. But we'll not relent. We'll have to find another way of doing things right. Just last week, we had an executive council meeting. Our governor undertook a tour after his leave to China, where he had discussions with the manufacturing plant. an agricultural manufacturing plant. He decided that we should have 400 tractors procured, power tillers, and along with some other agricultural machineries. We are injecting 30 billion naira into that program. And we want to cluster them. We want to come up with a framework that we want to ensure that this equipment will still remain around the state. Because part of what we should be doing is to mechanize agriculture. You look at the contour of the resources that are going to be put in. But when you look at the opportunities in agricultural value chain, no resources will be enough, and therefore we should be motivated and encouraged to do more, because it's the only way to provide employment for our people. It is the shortest way to create wealth. Government cannot provide job for everyone, and therefore, having that in mind, we consciously came up with programs of ensuring that our people are empowered. We have budgeted more than 8 billion now in collaboration with local government and other development partners that are available to support small and medium enterprise businesses in Kaduna State. So whoever is interested, they have qualifying criteria. When you apply, you may be part of those people who will enjoy it. So many things have been done over the last 37 years by successive administration in Kaduna State, and I think it's a challenge for us to do more, but quite what we need to appreciate where we are, so that we can determine where we should be. On this note, due to time constraint, I think I need to stay here, not because we don't have anything to say about our leaders, those who have the privilege of ruling this country and this state from the time Kaduna State was created to date. So I want to appreciate our past leaders and present leaders for their visionary support and disposition towards the development of Kaduna State. For the other, the NEJ president and his entourage and other people who came to celebrate with us, we really cherish and appreciate your presence and support, and may God bless you, take you back to your destination. Thank you very much for listening.